That's right. Well, I have hope that maybe I'll have a
Oh,
fraction of that.
well, that's all right. That's you know what. I hope will get you a lot of places.
Go outside and play. I'm listening to fully cinematic.
We were watching last night. I don't know if y'all. I've only seen the one episode with Steve Harvey where he plays that judge now on TV. Have y'all watched that?
I can't do
Nah,
it.
I
I
never
can't do
watched
it.
it.
Oh
I've
my
watched
God,
it. I can't do it.
my wife had it on last night, and it was a man and his wife on there, and she was a Steelers fan, and he was a Browns fan, and she burned his. She washed his jersey and tore it up and cut up his hat, and he was suing his wife for $500.
They're still married?
They still married, been married 41 years.
And he's suing the woman that
Yes, he took his wife. But when Terry and I looked at it, we were like, that whole thing's so staged.
Yeah, because
Right.
that sounds like a recipe for a divorce.
It was so staged because here comes out Steve Harvey at the end. He had the man another brown signed jersey, and it was just crazy. He had two different jerseys for him, and it was just so staged. It was so crazy. It was just so fake. I'm not saying that Steve Harvey's not funny because his mannerism and his facial expressions, they alone crack me up. But
there's a time and a place for Steve Harvey, and it's not in a courtroom as a judge. This does not fit.
yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
Especially given the fact that he's not actually a judge.
Did he
Exactly,
get that
that's what I'm-
honorary law degree from Strayer University when he used to do promos for him? Speculating because I don't remember him saying he's going to school for law.
Whose idea? I don't even know how they got the show passed like that. Anyway, I guess I don't know who made it, how it got through. But I don't watch stuff like that, and I just happened to be sitting still long enough to, and she was just cutting up and laughing about it. I said, "Well, let me watch this one next segment," and it was just
Freaking awful.
it was crazy. So
I was tipsy and I was like, "This is killing my buzz. This is terrible."
but he still does the is Family Feud, that's Family Feud still on, right? I mean,
Yes. Yeah.
so he's still hooked to that. So
yeah.
so he's made way more than he'll ever. I mean, he's probably made 10 times of what somebody could live on. So
Tell him to
in
just
10
do
lifetimes. It's crazy. So because I'm sure he produces, I'm sure he's got his own, I'm sure he invests. I mean, if he's wisely handling his money, I would hope. But
Fellas, how y'all doing?
hey, Terrance.
Yeah. I am here. Sounds
Alright.
like y'all were talking about Steve Harvey.
Yeah,
Yes.
talking about that show
New
last
Ventures.
that judge show or whatever he is. He's supposed to be a judge, and
Yeah.
talking about last night, Terry had it on, and I was telling my wife a few minutes of it, and it was so staged. I said, "This is so fake."
Yeah. It's like watching a car accident.
Yeah, I couldn't. I mean, I couldn't. When that segment came on, I'm like, well, I got to finish watching this now to see what happens, what his result is, and he ends up giving, and then when he comes out with the signed jerseys for the guy, I'm like, okay, he knew this was going to happen. He knew how he was going to. They had it all set up how he was going to rule in the man's favor, and of course he had told a woman he gave him Steelers tickets and Browns tickets and told him that the woman had to wear the Browns jersey every time she went to the game. So it was all staged. It was so crazy.
Yeah, because the one I saw, it was this guy and he hired a personal chef. And it was a female chef, and it seemed kind of weird to me. And she, instead of preparing like a romantic meal, she did like chitlins and some other stuff. And I was like, these two have dated before. And lo and behold, they dated before. And I'm like, okay, so if you dated somebody before, why would you hire her as your
Exactly.
personal chef for this?
That's a
And then
crazy.
and then at the end, they was like, well, we never really gave it a chance, so I guess we'll try it now.
Oh, well, I was telling him, I said, the only thing is Steve Harvey's expressions do kill me. I mean, the way his mannerism, the way he cuts up is, I mean, he's definitely a comedian, ain't no doubt about it. So,
Yeah.
but the scenarios in that show just nope. So,
People
but I do
smile too
apologize
much
for
on
being.
air to be in court. People don't smile that much when they're.
Oh, exactly. So, and there were people standing there back in the audience. They were standing up, shouting and clapping. I'm like, what judge is gonna let that happen in a courtroom? No. It's so funny, but I'm sorry I'm late. I told Rand 6:00, and then I'm not gonna lie. I started watching. I had to get hooked back on. I finished one program last night on Apple TV, and then I got started on Ozark.
What were you watching? Invasion?
I finished Invasion last night, which is amazing. I don't have Apple TV if you've seen it, but that's one of the best sci-fi things I've seen in a long time. That was my god.
Wait a minute, Invasion. Hold on.
Yeah, this is not Swan Song.
I don't know if I agree with you on Invasion, if I recall correctly.
What is it? Have you seen?
It was dry, man. That thing.
You thought it was dry? Oh, but see, but see, that's the thing. It's not. I mean, it's more about the people's lives and what they're having to go through, and while they're going through that whole situation. So,
I didn't realize that until like towards the end of the series, because the way they promoted it, it made it feel like it was going to be a lot more action. And
well, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I believe I read where they are talking about a season 2 coming out, which I don't know how where they would pick up, other than the fact that the commander of the ship, that and her girlfriend's the science engineer, whatever, unless the ship somehow is discovered and they bring it back to Earth. I don't know, but yeah, I got into it. I couldn't even start Ozark yet. I'm like, no, I got to finish this. I mean, because Ozark had me hooked for the first 3 seasons like crazy.
Show Invasion. I'm thinking about. Oh yeah, hold on.
But I started watching Ozark last night, and I'm on.
John, let's introduce our guests.
Oh well, yes. Well, why don't we do that? So yes, thank you for joining us, and here we are, everybody, fully cinematic fans. Thank y'all for joining us this evening. We have a very special show tonight. We got 2 guests. We got myself and Rand on, of course, and please join our podcast, subscribe, like, add your comments, send us your feedback. Definitely hope you will enjoy the show this evening. But we do have 2 guests. We have Charlie. Is it Maverick Smith? Did I get that right, Charlie?
That's right, Charlie Maverick Smith.
I like that name, Maverick. I'm like, that's a cool name. And then we have Terrance Elmore, who is also our guest. But I won't. And then of course we have my other co-host, Rand here.
And Terrance is actually a returning guest.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. Because I missed that first episode. Yeah. Correct. Yeah. Man, boo hiss. I missed that. So why don't we just give a few minutes? So Terrance, and if you and Charlie will both should take a few minutes, we'll start with Terrance. You'll just tell us a little bit about yourself, or reintroduce yourself to our audience if you would, and then we'll get into it after we.
Okay. I am. Man, I have so many different things going on right now.
Yeah, give it all.
Yeah. Since I was last on, I did finally start that podcast. The Brown Sugar Cafe podcast.
Yes. And shout out.
Yes. And I co-host Backyard Pitmasters with Charlie. He pulled me in.
Hush your mouth. Oh my word. Entrepreneurs are we not?
Yes, I'm doing it with him. I'm still doing my blog, the brownsugarcafe.blog, still putting out a poem every Wednesday. Working on that 3rd book. And yeah, that's about it.
Amazing. Love it. All right, Charlie, tell us what are all you into?
Mainly trying to stay out of trouble. Parents help me do that.
That's a good thing to do. So
I am the founder, creator of the Maveric Podcast Network. I have 3 podcasts on there. One is the one that Terrance mentioned, the Backyard Pitmasters podcast. I have one that is the flagship, I call it so far. It is the Mavcast, that it was the original, where I just talk about anything that comes to mind. And I have a podcast with my mother called Jesus Take the Wheel. And we
okay, wait a minute. Rand, give me a minute. All right, I got chills. I love that. That's amazing. Okay. That's very special. So, so where y'all's podcast are y'all pretty much published on pretty much any of the major podcasts? What do you call it? What am I trying to say?
Terrance, I
think platforms.
Everywhere, right?
Platforms. Thank you. Yeah.
I just added my stuff to iHeart. I can't even remember. Man, hold on. I have to look it up. But
Are you on?
to manage those?
yes.
Well, you got so many things going on. Good grief! How can you? And then plus, I know you've got your own personal life. So I mean, how in the world do you keep up with everything? So that's a
Okay.
lot.
Yeah. Pocket Cast, Castbox, Overcast, and Stitcher.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
just
right.
add them to
Don't
there.
forget about Audible and Amazon Music.
Yeah.
Those that
Okay.
listen to all the audiobooks, you can listen to podcasts now.
Oh my goodness! Well, I didn't realize that. That's good plug. So
Oh, yeah,
excellent.
So if you guys
play out.
shoot me all of those links, and I'll
Oh, got you for sure. Got you.
Yeah, you gotta watch our backs now. Come on, let us throw our stuff out there. So and so how long? So let me ask you a question.
So Charlie, welcome to the show.
Yes,
Thank you.
And Terrance, welcome back to the show.
yes, excellent. So
And you, if I'm not mistaken, both of you guys are from Charleston, right?
Right.
So
We went to school. Yeah, we
so
went to
this is
school
a-
together.
So this is the Chucktown edition of Fully Cinematic.
okay,
All right.
man,
Love it.
that is too nice. So well, guys, thank y'all so much for joining, and it's good hearing about everything I've got going on. Wish you all the best of luck with it and success with it, and I love the comments and feedback y'all give to my little Facebook, our group page on Facebook that Brandon and I have. We love to read the comments and feedback, and of course, as you know, I think Rain and I could probably talk for 5 hours on a podcast, but it's just because we can just go on about TV and music and especially movies. So that's definitely an area that that's my entertainment. What's funny is my real main source of entertainment is music. I love music to death, and I'm trying to learn how to play the guitar. But we won't go there yet. I'm not going to do that yet. No.
Yes.
Until I can get a song down, ain't gonna happen. My poor little guitar instructor, bless his heart, he's got the patience of Job. I told him, I said, Ben, just please be patient with me. So he's very good. So maybe at one point in time I can do our little intro music or something ran to the show.
Yes.
But
Okay, you're gonna have to send me that information because my wife wants to play the guitar as well.
yes.
So.
And I've got I've learned a few chords, and got a couple of songs I'm working on right now, and trying to get them down and master them. And it's if you really like music, it's definitely an outlet. But I'm telling you, once I get off the acoustic, I'm gonna hit that electric, and then we're gonna do some jamming. So
Okay.
But
So you telling me that one day we can have Fully Cinematic the musical?
we want
That's what-
we may have
That's what it sounds
music on
like
here.
to me.
Hey, we can have music on here. We're not going, but Rand and I definitely disagree when it comes to anything is not music, but musical. Now that's another genre we'll talk about.
I've heard.
We know he's done. He's in place more than once about musicals. That's just I know.
I'm almost there with him though. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I mean, it
You're not
depends.
gonna
I mean,
catch me watching Cats or anything. Nope.
I mean, no, it's I tell you, I watched that Cyrano, and Rand, I did not realize that was not coming out till February. So we really did get it.
They pushed it back. It was supposed to come out this month, but it was supposed to come out this Friday, but they pushed it back to February the 25th.
Why?
So let me ask you, Terrance and Charlie, are y'all on any of the? Well, of course, Lord, let me hush. I may have to send that to y'all in the private.
Yeah,
message.
just send it to. Just send it to us.
Rand knows where I'm going. Stop.
But
In fact, Rand can just edit that part.
The ones that y'all know of. Yeah.
But for now, let's talk about John. Let's talk about one of John's absolute favorite subjects: MCU movies.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm no expert with this, and y'all know that. Okay, so can we do this? Can we start with the latest that came out? Okay, everybody knows.
I think if we start there, I'm fine with it because I know that if we start there, it's going to be a whole lot of controversy on this episode.
Oh. Well, okay. Well, all right. First of all, let me ask this question. So before we get into that, so Terrance, let's just say on a scale of 1 to 10, we'll say 1 is don't really like, 10 absolutely love. What's your rank on MCU, the whole MCU universe?
The whole universe?
From the movie's perspective. I mean, just overall. I'm sure you probably have 1 or 2 or 3 movies.
Yeah, it's a
that you
few.
love.
Yeah. I would say, man.
I mean, have
I
you
would say a
seen
9.
a 9?
I would say a
Ooh.
9.
All right, Charlie, where you at?
Man, I'm look. A couple of things kept it from being a 10, but damn, it's.
So you out
man,
there?
in the last 5 years, they can't miss. I tell you. Yeah, I'll give it a 9 too, man.
Oh, well, Rand's a 10 plus. I can.
The
way he carries on about him. Where you at? Every time I try to criticize one, you just cut me to the bone like I'm attacking you. So
my stance on I get on you because of your bias towards the MCU. The MCU is a very specific entity.
Gotcha. Okay.
But when
we know it's a money making machine, for God's sake. I mean, that's like a whole separate world of its own. I mean, you can't. That is definitely spun off under its own, like you said, its own entity. So So where would you rank yourself in terms of overall with the universe?
I don't know. It's not a 10 because I don't like
the stinkers.
To be honest, I like less than half of the MCU movies.
Ooh, God.
But the ones that I like are very good. So
well, that's true.
It's kind of hard to say. So I'm probably I'm probably somewhere around the 5-6 area.
Oh, I'm not. It shocks me. I thought you'd be.
I thought you'd controversial podcast that y'all put out.
I figured you say 7 or 8. You know.
No, the MCU has some solid gold, but they also got a lot of trash in there too.
Well, I'm
So are we talking about everything from Iron Man 1 and beyond?
Oh yeah.
I was counting.
Yeah.
I was counting Iron Man until
anything before
No Way Home.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did start with Iron Man 2, which was junk. Wasn't there an Iron Man 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the worst one.
That was what?
I agree.
Was the worst one.
Bad.
I agree, Terrance.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I thought the second one was worse. I was like, one was excellent. 2, I was like, man, they just put that out to make some money real quick. And 3,
you know what made the third one was bad because they hyped up the Mandarin so much, and they did what they did,
and they faked us out.
Yeah.
But I don't think. But there's only been 3 Iron Men, right? Iron Man movies.
Yeah, 3 solo Iron Man movies.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, now see, I haven't even seen some of these joint. Oh, what do you call them?
Those are the best. Those are the best ones. The Avengers movies are some of the best ones.
Yeah, I haven't seen the Avengers. I've seen Ant-Man.
Ant-Man was good.
And I liked Ant-Man. That was
John. How we gonna breeze past this? Hold on. You didn't see Avengers?
No.
Any of them?
No.
None?
Mm-mm.
Well, at least you were consistent.
And and listen, I know the Chucktown boys know as well as I do that the first Avengers movie is 10 years old.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And you still haven't seen it.
And it still holds up. It still holds up.
Wow.
It does. It does.
Let me find. You know what? While you're, I'm gonna find this list. I have a list that Rand put together, and we'll see how. I want to see how y'all agree. While we're talking about that, he gave me a list of the MCU films that I have to watch. Okay, here we go. I found it. So, according to Rand, of the 24, now this was taken. What date was this? Maybe a year or 2 ago.
Yeah, probably 2 years ago.
Of the 24 MCU films, he said I need to watch Iron Man, The Avengers, Captain America: The Winter Soldier, The Age of Ultron. What is that?
That's an Avengers movie.
That's the second Avengers movie.
Oh man.
Well, who stars in it?
All of the Avengers.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Ant-Man, Captain America: Civil War, of course, Black Panther, Infinity War, and I'm sorry, I'm not watching this again. I did watch it. No, Guardians of the Galaxy. I can't stand that series.
I didn't tell you to watch that.
It's on my list. I
didn't tell you to watch that.
Okay.
There's no way.
He said there's no way.
It is on my list in my notes. So
You pulled an audible that on that.
Fake news.
all right. So then he said, for the Marvel on its own, I need to watch Logan. Now, wasn't Logan the first? Was Logan the first R-rated?
No, it was not.
It was not. Okay.
Mhm.
But wait a minute. Why? But that's the
Logan.
Logan. That's
Yeah,
the
I
one
think
with the-
Logan is the
Hugh
best
Jackman,
of
right?
the best of the
one with
Wolverine
old
movies.
man Wolverine.
It's the best X-Men movie.
Yeah.
Okay. And I haven't watched that one yet. So, but that's the ones. So of the 20 of the ones he said to watch, which of course apparently I typed in by accident for some reason Guardians of the Galaxy. I've watched Iron Man, Ant-Man, and Black Panther, and that's it. Mhm.
That's it.
Oh, man.
Well, now I've seen Spider-Man, the latest one.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
redeeming.
And what's the one? Black Widow, part of the MCU.
But wait, Terrance and
Okay.
Charlie, don't get excited because he hated Spider-Man No Way Home.
Oh, I didn't care for it. No.
No.
Look at Joe.
Why not? Why not though?
It just was so.
I gotta go off camera.
Can we do
Okay.
spoilers?
Yeah, you can. We all see it.
Okay. We all
Okay,
okay.
we don't shy away from spoiler alerts on this show. Well, okay, first of all, that whole universe thing just threw me for a loop. Once that came up, I thought this is going to be really stupid. I mean,
the
that
multiverse.
multiverse, what do you call it? That just. Then to bring in the other two previous Spider-Mans, that just drove me crazy. Well, the only thing about it,
Wait. Is it Spider-Mans or Spider-Man?
Well, Spider-Man. I'm sorry.
All right.
And
That's a good question. Yeah.
but
Spider-Man.
Toby, but see, it did solidify the fact. I'm sorry, but Tobey Maguire is, in my opinion, that is the Spider-Man.
No.
I'm sorry, but
Andrew
Tobey Maguire
Garfield.
is first. Andrew Garfield. I don't.
What?
Nope.
That
And
He's
dude-
cra-
hey, if
he's
Andrew
crazy.
Garfield doesn't make you want to that tear fall,
Oh no.
He
I wanted
just
to
got
jab him. I know. I wanted to take this pin and jab him in the eyeball with it. So no.
No.
Mm-mm.
you have
And
seen the
he
Hacksaw
knows-
Ridge. Oh my God! The
He
tear.
knows how to talk and say his lines without mumbling.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
But Toby's so serious. He had those serious moments where he's got. I mean, he's trying to. I don't know. He's a much better actor in my opinion.
I'll say
And
this. I think Toby did a better job in this last Spider-Man movie than he did in his own Spider-Man movies.
I agree.
Mm.
I
Yes.
will say that.
God.
I will
Yes.
say that.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all are killing me. Y'all are
Now here's
killing
the
me.
thing. Now here's the thing. If Tobey Maguire would have played Spider-Man at his age now, maybe as a older Spider-Man, which they can probably keep going with the multiverse,
Mm.
I'll be fine with that. He'll probably be great. But him back in the day, nah, I didn't. Nah.
Yeah.
Him and Kirsten Dunst, I don't want no parts of them two.
I agree.
But
I
see,
agree.
But see, I don't. And first of all, I don't understand why they felt the need to reinvent the wheel. I mean, why do they feel like Toby was not doing a good job? I mean, all of the movies make
wasn't.
money.
Because he talked like he had his jaw and shit.
Yeah. And then
God.
the second scene, because there's
third
a Spider-Man and then there's the Amazing Spider-Man. And so those are two different types of comics. So I understand the Garfield one, but this latest one, I guess they had to tie it into the whole Avengers and Iron Man, Tony Stark's thing. And so that made sense.
Yeah.
And it also felt like they were trying to just forget those whole movies altogether, because that third Spider-Man, it was
Trash.
terrible. It was terrible.
I mean,
it was
I'm glad they were trying to
it was
do
30
that.
yeah, it was 30 minutes of him on this ego trip, dancing, doing stuff that they could have cut out the movie, and they could have
Yes.
gave us more scenes between him and Venom.
Mm.
Straight trash.
Oh God.
And the dude from that 70s show,
Oh, it's Topher Grace.
Now wait a minute. He was in the last one with Andrew Garfield.
No, he was in Spider-Man 3 with Tobey Maguire.
Oh, y'all are talking about y'all are ripping to shreds the three. Oh my gosh, y'all are killing me.
I think another thing too, because it hyped us up so we were waiting to see Venom because Venom is a part of the Spider-Man series. We were like, okay, we finally got a movie with Venom. And then there's just this whole thing with him having this little ego trip and that little dance scene they did in the bar, the cafe, that was unnecessary. And then when it finally got time for him to fight Venom, it was like, what, 10, 15 minutes?
And they had too many villains in that movie too. They didn't give anybody
that too.
shine.
Wait a minute. Which Spider-Man was Jamie Foxx in before this one, before the newest?
He was in the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Which was Andrew Garfield.
So what I like what they did with this last movie is they righted a lot of their wrongs with the previous ones.
Right.
Jamie Foxx didn't make a good Electro in that first go round.
No, he didn't. He was.
I will say he did. He did a good job in this one.
He was hot blue trash.
So much so that they changed the color.
Well, he did good in this one. I thought he did good. And I liked who was the Snake Man? Whatever that thing was, that lizard. I don't remember seeing him.
The lizard.
The first one.
And the Dirt Man. What was his name?
The Sandman.
The Sandman. Dirt. Well, like a vacuum cleaner, just being whoosh. I can keep up with all these with these criminal heroes or whatever, criminal beings or whatever they are. I don't know.
Wait a minute. Criminal heroes?
Well, criminal beings. Well, some people do like them. Now that was Doctor Strange. Is that right?
Did you see that?
Or the Octopus Man? I don't know what his name was.
Octopus Man.
There are two different doctors. There's Doctor Strange and Doctor Octopus.
Okay, with the octopus arms, whatever. Okay, yeah. See, I don't follow. I'm obviously not I can't keep up.
This is what. Okay, you got a Disney Plus subscription, right?
Yeah.
All right. This is what I need you to do. It's very inexpensive. Sit there and just let that shit roll.
Yes. Yeah.
It's worth it. It'll change your life. I'm telling you. The first Avengers.
But skip over. There's a couple movies you should probably skip over though. Thor 2. You can cut out Ant-Man and the Wasp. You can cut out Captain Marvel. You can skip past Thor: The Dark World.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of stuff.
And you're saying this, but what gets me is have not all of these movies made money for the majority of them at least?
The majority of them
is two different things though, because Dune made a lot of money, and we all hate that shit.
Dune.
You know
I like Dune.
You know what I mean?
I like Dune.
Yeah.
Because sorry, I didn't have any type of high expectation for the movie. So when I go into movies without a high expectation, it was cool to me. It had a lot of dialogue. It was some stuff I didn't understand, but I figured they did that on purpose because they're going to try to do like a trilogy or something like that. So it was cool to me.
So I didn't hate Dune, but I didn't care about any of the characters though.
That's my problem.
Like you hated it because you sound like you really didn't like it, which is close to hate.
There were too many characters in there to me to follow up with, and then every time I turned around, there was like a new being or a new creature or a new kind of special effect. I'm like, what in the world? It's something going on all the time. I don't know. It's beautiful. The scenery, and when I saw it in IMAX, it was absolutely beautiful on the screen. It was just, when you're sitting back and just looking at all this stuff and the creativity of it and everything, I respected them for that. But as far as the storyline, I'm with Rand. I just could not connect with, and whatever his name is, Timothy Chalamet Ding Dong, whatever his name is, I don't know. I couldn't. He was okay.
When people died, I didn't even care.
Oh God!
Right.
Woo!
Now I didn't like when who was the guy, the soldier, the character that Jason Momoa played.
Oh yeah.
And
why would they have killed him off?
Yeah, because after that happened, I was like, okay, so where are we going with this movie now?
They killed him off because they're gonna bring him back to life.
That's what I was thinking too. I was like, so he must be coming back. See, it's this whole a bunch of pieces that are missing, which is why I thought it was cool. So I'm hoping the next movie or next movies.
No, I ain't got time in my life.
It was very long to be a first movie because when it went off, it was like part 1.
I mean, I kept looking at my watch, and after about 2 hours, I was like, okay, we about ready to wrap this baby up, bring this in for landing or what? So,
I mean, they let the scenes draw out so much. I'm like, I get it. I got it 5 minutes ago. Now I forgot what the point was. I'm just lost now.
Now the old, I don't know if she was the grandmama or what her name was, the old mean woman with that had that thing where he put his hands in there. Now that was an interesting thing.
Yeah, that was.
I don't remember that.
Yeah,
I probably fell asleep on it.
But it's up there. I mean, it will have the. Of course, I don't know if the Oscar nominations have come out yet or not. Have they?
No, they're not out yet.
They're not out yet. Okay, but
they come out
voting.
next week.
That's what it is. The voting has started. Okay, that's what it is. The voting has started.
See, my bad. I derailed this. We was talking about MCU and John not watching all the movies.
Now we can talk about the one. Well, I don't know. I guess you couldn't call him a hero. He's actually a bad guy, but I did love Joker. That's my
Yeah, but that's not an MCU movie.
I know that's a different. But it was DC. Really, but that was amazing. So, and I am psyched. Believe it or not, drum roll. I am psyched about the new Batman trailer. I saw that with Robert Pattinson, and I'm thinking that's going to be pretty interesting. So I'm gonna give it a chance.
Long movie.
I mean,
you know what I like? I like the fact that they said that they actually made a 4-hour cut of that movie.
Wow.
The theatrical release is only going to be 3 hours, but that director's cut 4.
Only 3 hours.
Only 3 hours.
Yeah, he said only. I thought he was about to say only 2. He said
are they gonna give us an intermission to go get popcorn to another refill and stuff? I mean, come on here.
God, I tell you this one.
Now, hold up, Chucktown. We've seen Endgame, so we all watched the 3-hour movie before.
But here's the thing. The MCU movies have a great, and this is the difference between MCU and DC to me. The greatest difference. MCU movies keep you entertained the entire time. No matter how dark they are, they had some humor, they had some comedy, they had some interesting parts. The movie overall might not be that great, but you were entertained. DC, they dark, man. They ain't got no friends. I don't know what's wrong with them.
They're depressed.
In this movie theater for a long time, and Batman's gonna be 3 hours. I mean, come on. You remember watching Justice League, the Snyder cut? I mean, it was good and all, but you had to watch it in multiple parts. Who sat through that whole thing?
Yeah. I did. I watched it all the way through. Yeah,
for real. I tried. It didn't work.
Did you finish it?
Yeah.
I watched it straight through, all 4 hours straight through.
Oh, God.
Wow. Somebody, yeah.
And maybe I started late. I tried to start, I think it was like 9 or 10.
Oh, God.
I kind of hyped myself up like I was like, man.
No, see, I watched it. I watched it first.
Club early.
I watched the Snyder cut first thing in the morning.
See, that's what I've been meaning to do. I just hadn't got back to you. That makes sense. Yeah.
Now, was that a theatrical release? Would that only go to streaming?
No, it was an HBO Max exclusive.
Okay, I got you.
So who's sitting 3 hours do a lot of boring parts of this Batman movie? You know it's gonna be boring. It's Batman. It's gonna be boring.
Nah, I'm with it.
I think it's from the trailers I've seen, and then the thing I'm not happy about is it's in the theaters only first.
Right.
And it's Warner Brothers, so I was banking on it being on HBO Max, but for this one they said
it's not coming to HBO Max. Oh
no, they're gonna wait 45 days. It's gonna take 45 days to get to HBO Max. Zoe Kravitz, I'm assuming, is now gonna be taking on the role of Catwoman. Is that what they? Okay, so I'm hoping she's gonna. I love her, so I hope please let her do the thing right and have them written out her role right. Oh, that'd be so good if it succeeds. So also, it looks like they're finally doing the Riddler justice.
Yeah.
Who's playing the Riddler?
Paul Dano.
Paul Dano.
Yeah, it's better than Jim Carrey.
Well, now that's true. But Paul Dano, that's
he's playing him as a legitimate serial killer instead of
okay. Well, you know what, dude? I have seen that guy. He played in that crazy cowboy movie, and he was crazy. So yeah, he'll be good. He was that's right. Okay, that won't be bad. But it's gonna make a gazillion dollars. That's the thing. That's the only thing about these action films, and no, not just action films. It's the comic book related films. Is they. Of course, Rand's going to find one to correct me, but that's fine. They make gazillions of dollars. I mean, and yet
some of them
they're trying to get that bag.
Yeah,
you know,
because they lost money on Eternals.
Well, I told you what my brother said. He said that was the biggest piece of trash he's ever seen in his life.
The biggest with some people. They like to say, well, you know, hey, you don't, you know, you're not smart enough to understand it, so that's why you didn't like it. Like, come on, man, that's not fair.
But Rand told me, well, I figured we'd have a book snob like you or something like that. I'm like, Rand,
a butthurt, pretentious movie snob.
Oh yeah.
Well,
God. Well, and let me ask a question, and I don't want to get up on the tangent, but I'm curious. So Charlie and Terrance both, because my thing is, you know, I'm not comfortable. And everybody's like, well, why didn't Rand show his face on the video? I said, I don't know. I mean, I don't know why he won't appear, but do you ever get any comments or feedback though to your shows or on your podcast or your blogs that, like, you know, it's somebody's opinion and you can't take it personal, you just have to roll with it? I mean,
I haven't met that type of
nobody
yet, but I wish a motherfucker would.
I haven't. I don't. Not that I've noticed. I haven't seen anything. And then I think too, YouTube is kind of a different world when it comes to like podcasting and stuff, videos, because you will run into like trolls, and if somebody, especially like with movies, if somebody really loves a movie and they really love it, and then you're saying you don't like it, they'll take it personally. Like,
they act like they wrote the movie. Yeah, calm down.
I'm on the credits.
You have no connection to this movie. Chill out.
Yeah, so I think that's what it was. He was like, "What? Wait a minute, you didn't like it."
I can understand. Yeah, I can understand if Timothée Chalamet got
Yes, some people they just it's like, how could you not like?
I'm sorry, that makes me question then, because then you got something wrong. I'm sorry, but I mean, I'm passionate about some movies too, but you know, but I don't like jump on somebody just because they come against me on my opinion, or you know, I mean, just do a personal attack for pity's sakes. I mean, that's the thing about art. Art's meant to be interpreted. You interpret it the way that you feel it. I mean, you know, it's just, you know,
right. And see, we all here understand that. But some people, whether they're on YouTube, Facebook, or whatever, they take such offense to certain things because you didn't like what they like. And now they just want to feel like lashing out at you instead of being like, okay, well, why didn't you like it? So
I bet you if I were to go out there and criticize something on Yellowstone right now, I bet you I'd have so many people on me.
Oh,
you know, that thing. Oh,
don't open that can of worms.
I have never seen. Kudos to Kevin Costner for hitting a niche. I mean, he found a niche, which kills me because I'm sorry, I couldn't stand Dancing with Wolves. I don't know why. That was the most blown up.
Watching that? Okay. Yeah.
No. And now he's back and got a big old Western hit again. But you're right. I mean, but I know so many people that are so passionate about that show. It's like they can't wait.
Me too.
Don't you dare say anything about it.
Yeah, I've never seen the episode, so I don't know.
I've never seen the episode either.
I'm not interested.
I actually did enjoy a couple of episodes of the prequel series that I saw, 1883.
I watched some of that, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't want to see Yellowstone. The Yellowstone is set in the present day. I don't want to see that. The 1883 is more like a Western because it takes place, hundreds of years ago. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, some people are just like when you have certain TV shows, people get so invested in the characters that when they see the actual actor out in public, you got them spitting on the actors and confronting them like they're the actual people. And it's just like, hey, this is a role that I'm playing. I appreciate you feeling that my acting is so well that you think I'm the person, but this is just a character.
Right.
So what is there anything in particular that y'all are watching right now that you just like you can't wait? You gotta see it next. I mean, just like you're waiting for the next episode, you just can't stand it.
New to matter of fact, Abbott Elementary is a new show, and it is it is hilarious. Started
First
watching
episode
it.
was rough, but it got better.
Yeah. Also,
What's
the
that
Wonder
on?
Years. It's on ABC. I think.
ABC, okay.
And the Wonder Years.
Yeah, I like the Wonder Years.
The new version.
I really love that show. And,
I never even watched the earlier version. I mean, I just remember Winnie was cute when I saw her, but I think that was her name, right? I always thought she was a cute girl, but as far as actually caring for the show, I never.
Winnie Cooper.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Superman and Lois is, man.
Superman and Lois is way better than I thought it was going to be.
Same here. I never saw Lois and Clark, so I don't know, how to compare it to it, but I was very shocked, especially it being on CW for it to be so good.
Yeah, the cinematography actually looks like a movie.
Charlie, what's your?
They should have put that on Paramount Plus. It's that good. They probably shouldn't leave it on CW.
What's your go-to thing right now, Charlie? What you watching? What you digging?
Oh, well, so before I mention that, I recognize the show that you were talking about earlier when we first started. You were watching Foundation on Apple TV Plus.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's really good. Really, really good. It's like what Dune was supposed to be, and they should make a series out of Dune instead of making movies. Invasion is terrible. Invasion is awful. No, Invasion is the one where you like
love it.
I think they had Sam Neill in the first episode, and you're like, oh, they about to get it in. Sam Neill.
Oh, you're right. Oh.
Didn't even see for the rest of the damn series.
Well, he's probably like, give me my $150,000, or no, my $2 million. Let me just, do whatever. So we don't know though that Sam Neill might not come back.
I mean, will the show come back is the question.
Yes, I have.
It was work trying to make it through that first season.
I have faith. It's gonna come back. So, but I am gonna watch the other one on Apple TV 2 Plus. That looks good. Yeah. I got to pick it back up on Savant. I got to watch that again. So
I don't know if and I got to mention some stuff that I'm not currently watching, but maybe you guys haven't watched. C on Apple TV Plus.
Yeah, I watched C. I'm all caught up on that.
Yeah, I haven't watched that yet. I haven't watched that yet. I keep hearing about it, and
it's another one that is way better than I ever expected.
Okay.
Jason Momoa.
Everybody. You know how a lot of these streaming services keep on trying to make their own version of Game of Thrones. I think C is the one that came closest.
That's it.
Okay.
From a violence perspective. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I didn't know you can kill a man like that.
Not only from a violence perspective, but the fact that they have established like this entire world, it's not just a handful of characters. They have really made it seem like this whole world exists.
Yeah, it is. Wow.
See, that's the other thing too about that is actually a pro about all the different channels. But the only thing is that again, it's a negative because there's so many streaming channels.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so funny because I tell people I don't really watch TV. Well, that's a lie because I do, but it's not like ABC, NBC, like the regular quote unquote channels. It's the streaming stuff like Apple TV, Hulu, Amazon Prime Video, the Apple TV Plus, all those kind of things. And Netflix, of course, is my definite go-to. There's just so many that I'm watching. I'm trying to keep up with.
There's one gem I wanted to mention because we were talking about MCU a lot, and we did touch a little bit on Hawkeye. But Jeremy Renner and the King of Kingstown on Paramount Plus.
Yeah, they're getting season 2 of that.
I forgot about that. Yeah,
I've heard of that. I've heard of that's gotten a lot of good feedback. So
man, that role was meant for him. I would say that.
And I love Jeremy Renner. So
yeah, me too. I'm gonna have to add that.
Is that
forgetting about it?
I'll say it like this. It's not like a shock and awe series of moments, but it's like, damn, they going in. Oh,
Yeah.
we watching the next episode tonight.
Oh God.
It was like, oh, did he just do that? Oh, he getting fucked up tomorrow. Oh, he going. Oh, I deserve
God.
that type of stuff. Yeah.
Oh my word,
Yes.
God.
Now, not too much of a spoiler, but when they passed old girl along and he found out,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Is that him?"
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Oh man, I'm telling you. Yeah.
Man,
yeah,
what
that
was the
girl,
name of
that's
the
one.
what's the name of that series on Hulu that you and I watched the screener of? And about the young kid who ends up basically gives away his whole education and
you're talking about Raising Kaanan.
Raising, yes. I need to finish watching that series.
How was that? I was on the fence
it.
about that one.
I liked it. I mean, but the only thing that makes me mad is the young kid, the star of the show. I'm just furious at his decision of what he decided to do. But he felt like he had no choice to do it but to protect his mother.
Yeah.
So, but I like the character.
Yeah, I think you know how the first spinoff they came off with was Power Book 2. It's better than that. I think it's
real.
Yeah.
The second season?
I didn't watch the second season because
yeah. The second season has picked up on Power Book 2. What about I know there's different types of shows, but have you seen BMF?
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, so which one? I did see BMF, so which one you think is better between Raising Kaanan and BMF?
BMF.
What's that on?
It's
BMF is on Stars.
Stars.
Oh, I don't have that. Okay.
Actually, they're both on Stars because 50 Cent has a deal with the network.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now I will say this last season, part 1 of season 4 of Ozark has been part.
What?
I've never been disappointed with a season of Ozark. It's like but this last one has just really been.
I'm on the third episode, I think, third or fourth.
Okay, yeah, I don't want to, but man,
let me tell you, I'm gonna tell you right now. There's been 2 in the last 5 years in my movies, because that's about how far back my memory goes now, my age. Last season, when the brother Ben, the way they did him, and a spoiler alert, that was the most heartbreaking scene I have ever. That man should have got the Emmy Award for Best Actor.
Yeah.
I don't think he did. I don't even know that he was nominated. And then Randa, I'm gonna talk about. Have you ever seen Ratched? That play off on Nurse Ratched from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
Yeah.
And that woman, what's her name? Man, I can never remember her name because I can't pronounce it.
For somebody who loves this actress so much,
I cannot remember. I don't.
How come I've never seen the show and I know her name better than you do?
a lot too, right?
I don't know, but yes,
Sophie Okonedo.
Yes. Let me tell you, that woman.
Easy.
That woman. I'm just disgusted that woman did not get the recognition she deserved for that role. Yeah. She had a multiple personality in it, and she played the heck out of that thing. I loved her. Oh man, it just broke my heart. But then, I guess I've heard they're bringing Ratched back, so maybe she'll come back. I don't know, but man, those are the 2 best performances I've seen in a long, long time from anybody on TV. So unbelievable. So just kill me. Oh, break my heart.
So Terrance and Charlie, I know that you guys like the movie, but do you believe that No Way Home is worthy of all this Oscar talk?
Oh no, don't even let them answer. I'll say it now.
No. It's not.
Don't even bring that to the forefront of their mind. Don't even start that discussion.
I'll say it like this. I've always been a huge Spider-Man fan, so I might have been a little biased. I didn't love the movie. I thought it was good. I didn't love it. Far From Home is still my favorite of the 3. It just was some things in that movie that I didn't really appreciate, but the things that I did appreciate kind of outweighed it. So that's what made it a good movie to me.
You know what? I was I wish Mysterio would have been real. I didn't like the twist that he was faking the whole thing.
I didn't. It felt like the whole Mandarin thing again.
Yeah. I wanted real Mysterio. That would have been dope to me.
Yeah, I
And
think
not
that
a,
would've-
I was gonna say, not a soul has mentioned Zoe Saldana. Why y'all don't care about her?
She's
apparently not.
With Spider-Man.
Apparently not, because I could hear a pin drop, not a sound coming out of you people.
I'm trying to figure out how she got into how is she relevant to Spider-Man?
I love her. She was just in there like a puppet, just to be. I don't know. She was just. It was a waste of her acting talent. I'm just.
I mean,
John, I'm not sure.
Great job though.
Are
you talking about
Zendaya?
Yeah, because Zoe Saldana was not in that movie.
You think about Zendaya?
Zendaya.
Yeah, Zendaya.
Oh, Zendaya. Oh, yeah. Yes, Zendaya. Sorry. Why would I think it? Why did I have Zoe Saldana on my mind? So, anyway, Zendaya.
You're gonna have to tell your therapist about that one.
I am. There's something going on there. That could be a Freudian slip. I don't know.
Oh gosh.
But still, she was good. I mean, and they should have given her a better part. She's a great actress.
Well, it's called Spider-Man.
Whatever.
It's not an MJ movie.
All right, whatever. So,
my favorite.
She did play a good MJ. She did.
Yeah, she did. But my favorite solo Spider-Man movie is actually The Amazing Spider-Man.
I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
when was that one released?
2012.
Good grief.
As a matter of fact, I watched it again a couple of months ago.
Yeah, I own that one too. I don't know.
And I don't remember. Yeah, I didn't watch the other Spider-Man movies again. Probably wouldn't watch them now.
So, Rand, what makes you think? Why would you even? Are you saying that there's people putting it out there that No Way Home is going to get Oscar nominations? I mean, for what?
The studio is pushing it for Best Picture among.
No.
Best Picture.
What other movie would win though? Because there was a lot of like eggs that being like hatched with these movies coming out, especially last year.
You mean Best Picture? I think that at the forefront of the Best Picture talk is Belfast and The Power of the Dog.
Mm-hmm. That's the top two right now.
Not seen either of these.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of those yet. So
and you know what? Whenever they nominate those and I take the bait and I watch them, I always hate myself afterwards. The Color of Water. What the hell?
Yeah, that was trash.
Parasite though.
Ooh, that thing.
That was
insane.
I didn't watch that one.
That was really good.
That was.
I wasn't with it.
For real? Oh man, why not?
It was too monotonous for me.
Oh,
That's what I liked about it. It was,
toward the end,
I am a fan of a lot of Korean movies, but Parasite's not one of them.
Maybe that's why, because you've seen so many other Korean movies.
Yeah, it didn't.
Yeah. See, yeah.
It was great. I thought it was good. So, I do think of what I've seen so far, though. I do think out of all of them, I just have the feeling that I don't know. I was going to go with Power of the Dog, but I think Jane Campion is going to win Best Director, but I think Belfast might pull off this picture. So,
I also think that the tragedy of Macbeth was deserved.
Oh, and that's the other one I got to watch.
Yeah, I saw that. And
Denzel killed that. I don't even like watching Shakespeare, but that movie was good.
Yeah, and what's the other actor's name? The one who played Dr. Dre in Straight Outta Compton.
Oh, I don't remember his name, but I know who you mean. He was good too.
He surprised me. He did it. I guess maybe it was because he was working, with
Denzel made him up his game.
And he had to, but yeah, I was very, very impressed with his performance.
Right, yeah. And I think, believe it or not, I think Dune is probably going to get nominated too. And
for the special effects or the score, you mean?
I think they probably gonna be doing for all of that. To be honest, the way that the conversation has been going, that's what it's looking like.
I don't know.
And that's coming from somebody like this.
Right. Yeah.
Give it to Spider-Man.
Nah.
Spider-Man might have.
What other movies?
The theater industry. You know what I mean?
What other movies might have?
Spider-Man already got his prize. He got $1.5 billion.
I was gonna say, what else could it take on? I mean, good grief.
Yeah.
I was trying to see what some of the other four.
He said everything.
Yes.
So are y'all going to the theaters? I mean, I'm just with the COVID situation. Are y'all shying away from it? Or are y'all going?
I've been going because the theaters are pretty empty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's my take on it. I like it because there's nobody in there now. So hardly.
And
And well, I will say, that was a pretty good crowd at Ghostbusters. Ran, I would say. I mean, it wasn't.
Yeah, that's because they didn't pay for them tickets. That's why.
And I saw the promotion for that too. And so I was like, man, I felt like it was gonna be a lot of people there. Like you said, they didn't have to pay for the tickets, and probably somebody who didn't even care about Ghostbusters was like, hey, it's a free movie.
Well, that's how I am. If it's free, I'll go see it. So I did say I went on a Sunday afternoon and saw Spider-Man, and it was. I think there were maybe 10 people overall. They had it playing in so many theaters, and I just happened to see it in one of the smaller ones. But there were probably 10 people in there, so it was still there were people there. But
we went like a Monday afternoon. It was like a last minute call. I was just sitting there, and I was like, man, let's go see Spider-Man. And so it was about the 5:20 show or something like that, and it might have been maybe 6 other people kind of spread out in there, so it really wasn't that many people there, which normally even before COVID it wasn't that many people in the early afternoon shows. Because I've seen movies that opening afternoon on a Friday at like 4 and it wasn't that many people in there.
Believe it or not, the 4 out of the 4 MCU movies that came out last year, my favorite was the one that I thought was the best was Black Widow.
Yeah, I would have to agree. It was just when the timeline when they released it. If they just didn't delay,
I have to agree too. Yeah,
it would have been a lot better. It would have made more sense.
Yeah, I'll have to agree. That would be my favorite one too. I like the what's the other one?
And I still have issues with that name. You know, John, me and you talked about this before.
Yeah.
If they continue the series with the sister, they're gonna have to do something. That's a sexist. That's a sexist name. You're naming a hero after a spider that kills the husband.
Yeah, we talked about that. That's right.
I wonder
empowerment of the word.
Yeah, I wonder if
murder.
So are they trying to continue it with the sister? It felt that way after
I mean, a lot of people are thinking that they're trying to put together a young Avengers team, which would be
they are.
The sister, the Kate Bishop Hawkeye,
oh man, I can see that.
What Miss Marvel?
It was the son of Wanda. One of the sons.
Yeah, Speedy or something. I don't know his name.
Speedy.
Oh man,
Speedy is Notebook Rodriguez.
I can see that coming. I can see that. I hope not.
So you guys know that the Flash movie is gonna deal with the multiverse too. Are you looking for it or not?
No,
I'm not
they're gonna screw it up.
A huge fan of the multiverse.
Me either.
It sometimes it works and sometimes it's like, okay.
I like one universe. That's enough.
Yeah.
It makes sense for people that have a really bad case of ADD because it's all spread out and they can make sense out of chaos. But why else would you need all that chaos? just because you can. There's people like, what's the point of all this? Like, if you really want to dig into the details and you're a really big fan, you love the hell out of all the multiverse, but that's a lot of mental work to keep track of all them timelines.
Yeah. And in the comic books, and in the comic books, especially on the DC side, that was a mess dealing with all of those different universes, and they had to clean it up, and they
couldn't get one right.
Right. And like with the MCU, they screwed the timeline up before they even got to the multiverse.
Yeah.
Sure did.
Enough, I say it's time to end the MCU here and now. Well, they need to bring out the sequel to Black Panther, and that'll be it.
Come on, man.
We still got Blade.
I gotta get.
We still got Blade.
I gotta see that next Captain America movie.
Yeah,
I gotta see what they're gonna do with X-Men. They got a lot of plans. Silver.
Oh, wait a minute, X-Men were part of the universe too.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't know that. It was something about who owned the studio or whatever? Why they?
Yeah, the 20th Century Fox had the rights, so
X-Men
bought them.
Yeah, but Disney bought the whole company, so now they get the rights again.
Yeah.
So basically, what I'm hearing y'all say is that now is the prime time, no pun intended, but the time to get on Disney Plus, and I can catch up with as many MCU films as possible.
Yeah.
No, I mean I've got
the most cost-effective way.
Yeah, I mean I've got my subscription. I'm paying for it anyway.
Yeah,
so
you're paying for it. So, but to help everything make sense, because with all the movies they did tie them in together. Even now, when I look at older movies and I look at like that. The end credits and like the extra scenes is stuff I didn't even with like Ant-Man and the Wasp, because in Endgame I thought that Ant-Man got blipped too, and so when he came out of that van and I still was trying to figure, I was like, what's going on, where's this from? But watching Ant-Man and the Wasp, the end credits, they were testing him out, going into the van, into that little dimension or whatever, and then he got stuck because everybody else got blipped. I missed that the first time. So it ties in, different movies, it ties in different things. So I like how they did that. It's like, it's a lot to watch, but they make it make sense. It's not just random.
But see, they didn't stress to us that we needed to watch Ant-Man and the Wasp for that connection. Instead, they tricked us into watching Captain Marvel, and that really wasn't necessary.
Right. How did they trick you in watching Captain Marvel?
Because at the end of Infinity War, they had the end credit scene with Captain Marvel's logo, making it seem like that was going to be between the two big movies. And all she really was needed for was coming in and saving Iron Man shit.
Yeah.
Was it?
So you were had. Is that what you're saying?
I didn't need a whole movie for that.
Yeah, because I guess they wanted to explain to us how they knew each other, because he had that pager or whatever when everybody started blipping, he hit the little button or whatever. So I guess they felt like they needed a whole movie to explain where this pager came from and where their relationship was.
They didn't.
Yeah.
We would have figured it out.
Yeah. They could have did something later. Yeah.
And I thought they should have started with
Brie Larson in the thing,
I thought they should have started with Monica Rambeau anyway.
Yeah.
John, you totally lost, aren't you?
But then we got to think about too.
Yeah, to some degree, but that's all right.
Yeah, COVID messed up a lot of production for stuff, so we'll kind of give them a pass pertaining to that. Kind of.
Nope, it's Disney.
Yeah, I'm not giving no pass.
Magic happen.
I know that there's been some that I've gone to see and rant like, you're going to see that and you've not seen this other movie, and I'm like, no, I'm just going to go see it just to see it. And then of course, as I'm sitting there, I'm like, what in the world are they talking about?
Right?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll wrap it up. We lost our other guest, Terrance and Elmore. We appreciate him coming on. Been a pleasure. I'm glad I got the chance to finally be on do a show with him. And Charlie, thank you very much for coming on. We wanted to tell you how much we appreciate you taking time out of your schedule. And I love your comments, your feedback on the movies we watch. And now I've gotten your perspective of the MCU universe. And I definitely think that we can have some follow-up discussions. I'm gonna watch some of the things you recommended, and I'll take Rand's notes and Terrance's comments and definitely jump on it. So,
and Charlie, I gotta give you credit for even coming up with the topic for tonight's show. So,
thank you.
anytime you got a movie or a TV show that you want to talk about, something off your chest, let us know. You welcome to come on back. Don't be a stranger.
Yes, and I want to definitely listen to your check out your podcast. I'm definitely checking. I gotta get caught up on Terrance. I've heard a couple of his shows, which are really good. I need to get caught up on all of those. And so how do you fit I just have to ask you there real quick. So how much time do you spend on each of your podcasts? I mean, what's your general running time for each one of those?
Oh man, I'm long-winded, so it could be as short as 45 minutes.
Okay,
it's probably my shortest.
Oh wow, okay.
And then I think if Terrance and I get to talking, I tell you, it can
just goes on.
I had one that was close to 3 hours one time. So
well, you about close to that one tonight. So because we started a little bit after 6, and we're already at about 2 hours now. So
yeah, worked up the appetite.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but I'm going to check them out.
I've seen some guys do live streams on YouTube that ran for 8 and 9 hours.
No. Ooh, now that's a little. That's
I didn't watch the entire thing. I heard them say, yeah, this is the 8th hour, blah blah blah. But yeah, I'm not about to watch no 8 hours.
No, that's definitely a binge.
For 8 hours of my life.
Well,
that's a lot.
Well, it's been a pleasure getting to actually see you and talk to you, and appreciate your coming on the show. And yeah, like Rand said, anytime, you are always more than welcome. It's always nice having a guest on the show because it kind of shakes things up and gives us a different perspective on things. But so I'm definitely looking forward to this time of year out till the Oscars is when I kind of enjoy, because I love to watch to see what they come up with as far as the nominations and see how things have happened or will happen and play out. But yeah, we're glad that we had another fellow movie lover on the show. So
yes, my honor to be on here talking to you guys.
Well, thank you. And hopefully we'll get with your following, hopefully they will follow on over here and enjoy the show and check it out. And
and hopefully our followers will go ahead and check out
and go over yours. That's right, absolutely.
Take the wheel and the Pitmasters.
Yes, absolutely. So,
and Charlie, I seen some of your comments on Facebook. We definitely got to get you back on here to talk about some Star Wars.
Yeah.
I'm about to watch the most recent episode of Boba Fett right after this.
Me too.
Nice dinner.
Me too.
Well, there y'all go. Y'all got your plans going. I'm gonna have to check out another episode of Ozark. I gotta see what's going on with that drug crazy infested family.
Yeah.
The birds.
Yeah. Because from what I understand, this is not going to end very well for them, and they have really got themselves in a pickle. So, but
I would be okay if it doesn't end well for some of them.
Well, they're not. Yeah. They have ended up not being. They act like they're the nicest people, but they're not. And if they've done something to this woman, well, no, I can't. No, that's a spoiler alert. Let me not. Oh, I meant to ask y'all that before. Because does Terrance watch The Walking Dead? Are you a Walking Dead fan, Charlie?
Yeah.
Have you kept up with it?
I'm just hanging on. That's.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I've been.
Hey, Charlie, I asked John this. I'm gonna ask you too. It's been so long since Rick's been on the show. Do you even care about those movies that he's supposed to be?
No.
Well,
I mean, I'll watch them, but I don't care. It's not like I'm gonna be like, ooh,
right.
And tell people about them. Like,
well,
I'm gonna scrutinize it more because I'm like, why? Why should I care now?
I will say it's on a.
You know what? It's going to be like Black Widow. That's what it's turning into.
Well, it's way too long. They need to bring this series to an end. I'm sorry, as much as I followed it, but I've only stayed along to watch out what happened to Michonne, Carol and Daryl, and I don't know at this point in time, it's time to wrap it up. But it is sad. On the sad note, I read the other day with that young one of the Walking Dead people that Michonne had on her chain. Did y'all see her when she had the two guys on the chain? Anyway, that he was only 30 or 31. He passed away. I don't know what happened to him. Bless his heart.
So, oh, that's who that was.
Yeah,
I saw the headline, but I didn't read.
Yeah, he was one of the. He was one of those that she had chopped the arms off and had the chain around their waist or whatever and had them following her. Yeah, he played one of the dead. So that's awful. So
okay,
I tell you, too many things happening. So, but anyway, and I do also want to mention I love Regina King. Everybody, please keep her and her family in your prayers. I hate to hear that she had lost her son to suicide. That's an awful situation. So, yeah.
And not to mention that Chesley Chris situation.
Oh, man, don't even get me. That made me. That's awful. I just bless her heart too. I just, that's just another thing, and I just have to let everybody know, please don't, just assume that because somebody has so many things in their life on the outside, it looks like they're materially, they're also spiritually and mentally and physically. I mean, mentally happy. That's you don't know what another person's going through. So just remember, there's always somebody you can talk to. So
yeah.
So, all right. Well, I guess that's my thoughts of the night. So I've enjoyed the discussion. So and I appreciate
Absolutely.
it. So
I love this.
Well, that's wonderful. So and I could go on for another 2.5 hours, but I think my wife is ready for me to come downstairs. So but But we will definitely look forward to hopefully being able to get back together again sometime soon. So, and Rand, thank you for bringing us all together and hooking it up. So,
anytime.
All right, everybody have a great night. And all right, fans, y'all keep watching and check in with us, subscribe, and send us your comments and feedback. We appreciate it. Everybody,
shout out to Terrance and thanks for stopping by, Charlie.
Absolutely, thank y'all so much. See y'all later. All right, have a good one.
All right, later.
All right, bye.
Fully Cinematic with Rand and John.
Yeah, hit record.